This is the image that shook the earth. For us Zelda fans, anyway. Like a lot of other people, I'm currently playing and really enjoying Tears of the Kingdom, and I want to talk about it. I will keep this video spoiler-free and be vague in my descriptions, but I still want to talk about some stuff in the game. Your discretion is advised. This video will be a new, shorter format I want to experiment with less editing to get it out quicker and for it to be more recent and less outdated when being uploaded. It's basically just me rambling on about the game. I'm currently 100 hours and 3 dungeons in. To put it simply, this game is amazing. I'm so impressed with this game. Here are some of the things that caught my attention. Helping the 4 regions really gives me Majora's Mask vibes, and working together with the sages is really great. The dungeons are really fun in my opinion, and the build up to them, both story-wise and level-wise, is great as well. I'm really enjoying it, and it's exactly what I was hoping for in this game regarding the main quest. At one point during the story, when entering a certain area where Link was supposed to solve its problem, I was genuinely emotionally shocked because it looked far more desolate than what I was expecting. I was having to let this emotion and feeling sink in for 5 minutes when entering a certain southwestern town. This game is so creepy at times. Certain enemies from previous games crawl and fly now, and don't get me started on the depths, where I only dare to venture during real-life daytime. Having actual clashes between humans and monsters is such great storytelling and social as well as physical development of the world. I was already impressed with Nintendo putting in small 1v1 fights in Breath of the Wild between humans and monsters, but this whole concept got elevated to new heights in Age of Calamity and Tears of the Kingdom. A quest log is such a great addition for a Zelda game, and it's so cool they added it in both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I'm still not sure what the difference between side adventures and side quests in this game is, though. Since I've never cared much for graphics, I'm honestly perfectly content with 30 FPS. Occasional dips to 20 FPS are noticeable, but far rarer than in Breath of the Wild, I feel. It only somewhat regularly slows down in the depths. I'm coming from the N64 days, so a Zelda with 20 FPS is still at least playable, but I appreciate and prefer 30 FPS overall. The only glitch I've encountered so far is a blue ellipse appearing on the screen for a split second, but it occurs rather rarely. Another mechanic I like is that of sticky elixirs, addressing a common complaint about Breath of the Wild, and its climbing during the rain was exactly what its sequel needed. Ultra Hand, in its general versatility and possibility to build stuff, is easily my favorite ability, closely followed by Fuse. I guess I don't really need to explain why. I just never thought we'd be able to combine things so freely and easily in a Zelda game. It completely changes the way we approach puzzles, I feel. It's still mind-boggling to me how innovative and awesome the weapons fusing is. Being able to fuse every object with every object requires quite the modular and generalized, yet flexible programming. It enriches the gameplay so much, especially in regards to arrows and their effects when combined with, well, any material. Fusing arrows is one of my favorite actions in Tears of the Kingdom. I just love setting off these special effects at enemies. Recall, which honestly should have been named Rewind instead, is really a great ability as well, especially when combined with Ultra Hand's maneuverability, or in case something goes wrong while having built something with Ultra Hand. I really like the feature that time stops when selecting a target with Recall. As cool as Ascent looked in the trailer and sounds on paper, It's somewhat my least favorite ability. While it is nice, it's far too situational to be as useful as the other abilities. That's what I first thought, at least. While playing the game further, I recognized that I actually used it more than recall, so I like this ability a bit better than before now. Auto-build is a really neat quality of life improvement as well. Not having to use Ultra Hand over and over again makes this game a lot more bearable. These Zonai abilities change the way Zelda puzzles work and make them more complex when compared to area titles, I feel. I always love returning to the Great Sky Isle. It feels like coming home for a bit. Only there I process Zonite, for example, as an excuse to visit and interact with the various likable, friendly constructs still working there. I feel like most normal people unfortunately don't understand how groundbreaking and game-changing Tears of the Kingdom is from a programming standpoint. Having the ability to fuse anything with anything is just insane. I'm a programmer and computer scientist myself. Checking and accounting for what strange things and wacky shit users might do with our programs is part of our job. If developers are not careful, they will give players the ability to complete a dungeon in 5 minutes and the story in half an hour. Here's a great example provided by Really Freaking Clever, how tools can break certain intended mechanisms in a Zelda game. And this is for a classic Zelda item like the hookshot, which has a contextual use of needing surfaces to grapple on. Now imagine abilities like Ultra Hand or Ascent, which have far more usable scenarios than the hookshot. This is mind-blowing. This video is already getting way too long, so I should stop it here. Guess I soon have to continue playing the game again. Hey there, I have a Patreon page now. If you like my videos and want to support me, you can go check it out and donate a bit.